Hey, what is up, Love City family? It's Bobby, and for today's Kitchen Basics, we are gonna rock my best ever mashed potato recipe and a keto mashed cauliflower recipe that is so good, it will almost fool your family into thinking they're eating the real deal. This mash is super easy. It just has a couple keys to follow to make sure you have the creamiest, fluffiest mashed potatoes ever. So first, we're gonna make mashed potatoes. Boil the potatoes in water, put them through a potato ricer, and add lots of cream, milk, and butter. And then we're gonna make a cauliflower mash with cheese and ghee. So before we get started, hook me up, baby. Subscribe to my channel. We are rocking out some of the best recipes every single week, and we would love for you to join the Flav City community. All right, in this pot of cold water here, I have 3 pounds of Idaho russet potatoes. If you live in jolly old England, you call this a jacket potato. This recipe will also work with Yukon Gold potato. If you live in England, it's called a Maris Piper potato. Those are the only 2 potatoes they will work with. The other ones don't have enough starch, all right? So tip number 1 to making the ultimate creamy, dreamy mashed potatoes is putting them peeled in cold water. Now I'm gonna turn the heat onto high and add a good amount of salt. And when I say a good amount, I want this to be like the sea, just like our boiling pasta. So really, go ahead and be aggressive. I'm gonna transfer this pot, oh goodness, to the back here and set it over my power burner here. And if you're not sure there's enough salt, all you have to do is taste the water, right? I'm gonna do that in 2 minutes. Art, remind me. If it doesn't taste salty like the sea, add more salt. When you cook the potatoes, the only chance you have to season them is in that pasta water, in that potato water. Now, when those are done, I want to hit it with a stick of butter. It is Thanksgiving, right? And if it's good enough for Granny, it's good enough for me. But I also want to hit it with some infused dairy, okay? So, in front of me here, I have milk. Where's my cream? Here it is. And some heavy cream. So I'm gonna pour in half a cup of full fat milk into my measuring cup, and then half a cup of heavy cream, and then add that to a small pot. Okay, now we're all about flavor, right? So once again, I think, what would Grandma do? Well, Grandma would be all about Steph currying 3 cloves of garlic into the milk here and the cream. And then we have all those all those holiday herbs that I used for my turkey and I used for my stuffing on hand. So I'm gonna grab some sage, some rosemary, and some fresh thyme, and just add that to the pot too. Then I'm gonna put that pot over medium heat, or even medium low, because the potatoes are gonna take about 40 minutes. In the meantime, I have a stick of butter here at room temperature, and I'm gonna let this slowly warm up. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt to that. And I almost forgot, I wanna throw a few black peppercorns in there too. So just spill out a few and add it to the pot. And that's really the base of our mashed potatoes. But what's gonna make them over the top, silky and creamy, is this device right here, a potato ricer, okay? I'm not a huge fan of unitaskers in the kitchen, much like Alton Brown, because I have limited space, baby. I live in a 2-bedroom condo in Chicago, but this will make your potatoes so light and so fluffy. If you make gnocchi too, this is the way to go. So you put the potato in here, you clamp down, and this fine threads of potatoes come out of the other side. I'll put the Amazon link down below, of course. So I'll see you when those are done in about 40 minutes. All right, guys, it's been 35 minutes. The potatoes are ready. How do I know? Take a peek. When the knife goes in and then comes out with ease, I'm talking ease, they're done. All right, there's a fine line between soft, pillowy potatoes and overboiled, falling apart potatoes. So get them out, drain as much as the water as possible. By the way, if you're in the Thanksgiving mood, we've got videos all week to hook you up. We got the Thanksgiving for 2 video from the other day with the turkey breast with citrus butter. We've got the ultimate Brussels sprouts recipe. We've got cast iron skillet cornbread. We've got homemade, totally delicious cranberry sauce. So check out all those videos. And the Amazon guys here, you like that? I'll put them all in the description box. All right, let me bring our cream mixture here that's been infusing for a while. Now, before we get to that, we have to use the potato ricer to make these silky and smooth. Before I do that, I want to grab a stick of room temperature unsalted butter here. Unsalted because I want to control the amount of salt in these taters. So drop that in. Okay, now grab a potato, put it into the ricer, and just squeeze. See how it comes out? It's completely riced, or it's really fine and light. And that makes the difference, I'm telling you, between heavy, dense mashed potatoes and light, creamy, pillowy mashed potatoes. You need this potato ricer in your life. All right, so this bowl is looking amazing, and there is a little method to the madness here of mixing the butter with the potatoes first. That butter or that fat coats the potatoes, and it prevents the cream from actually sogging or waterlogging the potatoes. And I'm gonna not mix too much, right? If you overmix potatoes, they become gummy because you're overworking the starch. If you've ever had really mushy, gummy potatoes, it's because of that. All right, let's take our hot cream and our butter. Let me grab a strainer to catch all those yummy bits. And now I'm gonna add it directly to the mashed potatoes and just slowly mix it up now. Now, if you don't have a potato ricer and you still wanna make this with a potato masher, follow the same exact steps and just mash it until it's soft and creamy. And then add the cream and the milk and you're good to go. But don't over mash it. That's how you make gummy taters. So I'm just gonna carefully fold that cream in. Look at the texture, come on. Get in that bowl, look at this. This is just silk. Now before I finish mixing it, I wanna have the honors of checking for seasoning, because I guarantee, even though we put a lot of salt while it was cooking, it's gonna need more, just the way it is. Oh my gosh, that is dino. It's buttery, and I'm getting that rosemary and that garlic from the cream, but it does need another pinch of salt. Let's just add that and give it one more fold. You guys, come on. If that is not the definition of silky, light, and creamy mashed potatoes for the holidays, I don't know what is, right? It wasn't rocket science, it's just a couple tips. So these are obviously the most starchy, epic mashed potatoes ever, but if you want the keto alternative and you wanna make a low carb, keto cauliflower mash for Thanksgiving, you know I'm gonna hook you up. The recipe is gangbusters. Grandpa and grandma are gonna love it, and here's how you do it. Add a good amount of salt to some boiling water, then go in with the cauliflower florets from 1 large head of cauliflower, along with 4 cloves of garlic. Simmer the cauliflower for 7 minutes, and then strain it well. And you know the cauliflower is done when you can mash it easily with a fork, but make sure you don't overcook it, otherwise it's gonna get too watery. Add the cauliflower to a blender carafe, then go in with 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, then grate in a 1/4 cup of Parmesan or Pecorino Romano cheese, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a few cracks of black pepper, and then blend away on high until soft and creamy. I like to use the plunging attachment to really help it do its thing. And that's the texture we're looking for. Soft and creamy, light and airy. And I use this for 2 meal preps. One of them is my pork chop meal prep with braised kale. And the other one is my healthy shepherd's pie, so make sure you check that out too. All right, let's take a nice scoop of mashed potatoes, put that into a serving bowl, and then why not? Let's just put a knob of butter on top, some parsley, and we're done. All right, you guys, there it is. The ultimate Thanksgiving mashed potatoes, light and creamy, a family showstopper for sure. Now, before Art and I dig into this, Art, come in here, you wanna know how to store this on Thanksgiving, because maybe you make this hours ahead of time. So, cover the top of the container with tin foil, put 2 inches of water in the bottom of a pot, and just slap that down and keep it over medium-low. Or just wait 30 minutes before you serve it, then put the heat on. It keeps the potatoes warm. Mix it every 10-15 minutes, and they'll be just like fresh. Less talking, more eating. Art, cheers.
Thanks, sir.
Now get the butter. Oh, God. You guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's wrong how good this is. It is light and creamy. And that garlic, right?
Yeah, the garlic is good.
Everything comes through, you guys. All right, the recipe is down below, along with our Thanksgiving turkey for 2. Cranberry sauce, cornbread, Brussels sprouts, everything you need for Thanksgiving is down in the description box. All you have to do is hook us up, subscribe to our channel. 2 more videos are going below us right now, but we will see you very soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking, mad love. Bye.